Let's talk marriage and family life. Greetings once again from the office of Pastor Kevin Martin, and I want to welcome you to Let's Talk Marriage and Family Life. I'm gonna ask you a very important question, and this is a very deep question. Are you ready? Do you know what the leading cause of divorce is? Do you know what the leading cause of divorce is? The leading cause of divorce is marriage. It is where two people get married, a male and a female, with all of their differences, and they wake up every morning together. They go to bed every night together. They spend pretty much every day of their life together. And a lot of irritations come from a male and female always being together. It is said that men with few words are usually married to women with many words. And we find this to be true. One of the keys to a happy marriage, it is understanding the male and the female differences. And one of the differences of the needs between the husband and the wife is recreational companionship versus conversation. Recreational companionship versus recreation. Men need recreational companionship, and women need conversation. That's a big difference in the way that we function, the way that we operate whenever we come home from work. The men need recreational companionship, and women need conversation. Men want a companion who will participate in recreation with them. So think about this. They want someone who they can escape the daily round of problems and pressures and have a few moments of enjoyment without the pressures of life. Recreational companionship, it's finding ways to play. It's finding ways to play together. Now, women, they need conversation. So when the man comes home from work, they want to talk. They need conversation. They need words. They need sentences. They need complete thoughts. They need whole paragraphs. They need for us, the men, the husbands, to share our feelings when we get home, to open up, to express our thoughts, and to engage in conversation. And now here's a problem because of the differences between the male and female. Women use 3.5 times as many words than men. And what that means is at the end of the day, men have used their word count, but women still can go 3.5 more days. That's a big difference between men and women. That's why most of the time all the men do is grunt while their wife is talking to them, because this is a problem. It's hard for men to meet this need. Men have a tendency to go and hide behind something. have a tendency to go find something to do. They want to go watch something, or go read a newspaper, or read the news on their iPhone, or read a magazine, or go tinker with something, or go out in the garage, or go outside, or go do something. Men want to find ways to get to their nothing box. In other words, they want to get in a place where they spend time doing nothing, doing absolutely nothing. If you've noticed, a man can hold a fishing pole for many hours, just do nothing but hold a stick in their hand, and they call that fishing. And usually if they have another guy with them fishing, they may sit there and fish, and they may not say but just a few words. That's why men like to go hunting. They go in the woods and they sit down, spend hours all by themselves, sitting there in the woods, and they call that hunting. But why? What is it? What is it about men that like to go fishing or go hunting, or maybe that's not what they enjoy, but they go do something to where they're tinkering with something or they're being alone? It's because it does not ask questions. That's why they go to that. It doesn't get mad if they don't get a task done. It doesn't get mad if they don't answer a question a certain way. And for the sake of peace, I usually tell men, it's better to answer the question, what do you want? By asking a question, what do you want me to want? It's simpler that way. Men and women are so dull. They're trying to concentrate, trying to keep up with the words that the wife is saying. It is stressful for men. My wife teases me. She says, I should have been the counselor because she is so much better than I am at listening to detail, at picking up on detail. That's the difference between the male and the female. It is proven that women are more relational and better at communication than us men. Women are more, they have more connecting fibers than a man does between their verbal side and their emotional side of their brain. That means a woman's feelings and thoughts, they zip along quickly as if they're on an expressway. They're moving at a high speed. But us men, it's different. Ours tends to poke along slowly. Our feet are bogging down like we're stuck in a muddy pasture. And that causes frustration with the wife. Eventually, our thoughts finally, they catch up with the woman's and what she's saying. But the problem is this. When it does, she has already changed subjects. And my, has that frustrated me. It is so funny. Throughout the years, sitting around the table, my father-in-law and myself, we're listening and we're engaged in a conversation. Our wives are at the table. We're all talking. We're having our conversations. But somewhere in there, whether it be myself or whether it be my father-in-law, he'll engage. And then once the engagement is made, there is a pause, and then there is a response. And that response is, we're not even on that subject anymore. So by the time we're actually engaging, we realize the ladies have already changed subjects, and we didn't even realize that. So you can see the complication that we have between our differences of a male and a female. While the women are quickly expressing their feelings and jumping from topic to topic, the men started off with them, But since they get left so far behind understanding, the only thing they can do is grunt when they are asked, are you listening to me? So guys, let's work harder on meeting our wives' need for more conversation. I've got to work harder. I'm preaching to myself. Let's work harder on meeting our wife's need for more conversation, more engagement, more participation, more paying attention. Not just having ears, but we're hearing what they're saying. We're not just listening. And ladies, work harder on meeting the need of your husband for recreational companionship. That means there's something they're wanting. Their need is, I need to get away from pressures and problems and stresses and things being thrown at me. And I want to have fun. I want to enjoy life. So instead of bringing a litany of problems every day to them, try to do more at meeting their need for recreational companionship. And be happily married. Say that with me. Let's be happily married. That's what this is all about. We want God's blessings upon us. We need God's help. And we want to have a strong, happy marriage and give no room for the devil to get in and rob us and destroy that which God has ordained and put together. God bless you. I pray that y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. And I pray the blessing of the Lord upon your marriages in Jesus' name. If you want to give a love offering, if I've been a blessing to you, you can go to our church website, www.atascocitaupc.com. God bless. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.